In today's episode, some Honda will pull up, a wheel will wheel, and a Twingo will serve. This is how most 10-year-old Toyota super experts imagined a turbocharger to work like. On a serious note, what I assume is happening here is something that could resemble a turbojet engine. Basically, someone took a turbocharger from a car, fitted it with a nozzle to spray gas/fuel on the inside to mix it with air. Et voila! You got yourself a homemade turbojet engine, with the small possibility of the fan blades melting after a few uses. You may think that this is just another bored mechanic's creation, but no. This is a float truck. As the name suggests, it is being used to get planes with floats out of the water. Yeah, it may look stupid, but it does get the job done.
The hydraulic motor on the lift truck lifts the lifting rails and the airplane about 6 inches off the ground. Just enough clearance to move it around without it striking anything. You need to turn it around because the rest of the way it'll be driving forward with the float plane out in front of it.
Another question to my viewers. How is it possible for this diesel-powered drag racer to shoot flames? Diesel usually ignites under pressure, not from a spark. Maybe I'm missing something in the video. Please enlighten me in the comments. Imagine living in a country where the police uses V8-powered patrol cars. Honestly, unlike the 1-liter turbocharged Acura boxes we have here in Europe, I wouldn't mind getting pulled over by a Chrysler 300 SRT.
There he goes. I thought he was after someone. I knew he was. Did you hear that motor?
Okay, look, at first glance, this may seem like a multi-million-dollar mistake, but don't worry. This is a plane that was supposed to get scrapped. Still, surprising that this happens so often. The Boneville Speed Week is an event where all sorts of cars try to smash top speed records. As the name kind of suggests, the track used for this event is a dried out lake bed. The problem is that it's not always dry. In the last year's event, the event organizers got caught by surprise after heavy rainfall flooded the entire lake bed. Teams had to drive through a very salty puddle to get to safety. Pro tip: don't ruin your car in front of a crowd. The few minutes of fame and attention are not worth the bills. Okay, maybe sometimes it's worth. Anyways, what surprised me is that nobody in the crowd was warning the guy that the wheels are not spinning and his clutch is getting roasted. Remember when Snickers made commercials with a tank? Well, I don't, but here's some super cool behind the scenes footage. Interesting to see that Snickers tried to be marketed as a healthy snack back then. Another week, another way for men to compete in things that have wheels attached to them. This is a ostrich derby. Yes, some guys thought it would be a cool idea to race ostriches.
And here we go for the Ostrich Derby. And they're off. Cants don't zig for between horses for the lead. Where's Dorinda was second, although there might be an inquiry. And unfortunately, we have drivers out of the bikes. We have bikes off the ostriches, and we have ostriches heading for the trailer.
Here's a Neighbour that I personally wouldn't mind having. This is Billy. Billy has a turbocharged Chevrolet Nova and, most importantly, red glowing headlights. Sometimes we don't realize how brutal things are under the hood. This is a turbocharged LS V8 going to its limit. What if we use 100% of our brain and instead of designing an engine for a car, we build the car around the engine? That sentence made no sense whatsoever, but the thing is, this is a V12 Continental engine that is supposedly making 800 horsepower. With a displacement of almost 30 liters, it would probably not pass emission tests in the European Union. Scrapers are used to scrape your back or move big amounts of earth. They can also drift. What if we designed a vehicle specifically to make you vomit? Introducing the wheel. It will make you puke. This is a video that from the very first moment causes severe anxiety and suspense to normal people. But for most mechanics out there, this is common sight. Well, maybe on a smaller scale. Another week, another episode, another engine swap that no one expected. This is a Volkswagen T2 bus with a 300 horsepower Acura engine. You should never drive at the absolute limit if someone is in your car. You don't want to be responsible for any injury or even worse, death. However, a small pull in a straight line is always welcome. If you live in Europe, you know Aixam. You know, this French company building those funny moped cars. But did you know that they built an actual sport/supercar? This car that looks like it came straight from Trackmania is called the Mega Track. It has a V12 engine with 400 horsepower mounted in the rear. It was never mass produced due to, quote, issues with transmission of great power. You decide what this means. I wish I had as much trust in my gearbox like this guy has. This is a Volkswagen Corrado being launched from the reverse gear. What gets hot, slimy and occasionally spicy? Correct, a neglected engine. This is the result of a bad oil cooler. Just a small pro tip. Wearing gloves here would be beneficial, not only because of toxic substances, but also metal splinters. Nobody likes those.
I want more shorts.
And that is the inside of the oil cooler.
Wait, it gets better. Follow me.
Oh my god, it's still got water in it.
Ever wondered how it would feel to drive next to a modern Formula 1 car? This is Max Verstappen cruising alongside Yuki Tsunoda during the Honda Thanks days. I never understood lifted Miatas, but then I saw a few videos of them getting some air. Now I totally understand why people do that. The Renault Twingo is the happiest car on this planet. But what is the happiest boat on this planet? Correct, the Twingo. This is the Renault Twingo Marine. Someone in 1995 came up with the idea of building a 6.5 meter long catamaran specifically tailored to a Renault Twingo. I want one. When it comes to damage and replacement parts, what is the cheapest vehicle to roll over during a crash? I would argue it's the CanAm Maverick. It's almost as if every Maverick owner has at least flipped once.
GoPro turn off, GoPro turn off.
This Jeep climbing rocks is the equivalent of going to the gym and seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger doing 50 push-ups. They make it look easy. This is something only Formula 1 fans will understand, especially those that follow the Ferrari F1 team closely.
I don't understand one thing. Verstappen going into the pit to change the tire once. Ferrari, they changed them 3 times. But did you see Verstappen? He started with medium and he ended with medium. Okay, then Ferrari went medium, hard, soft, medium, super hard, fucking hard, and then they lost. Get the fuck out of here.
Screw you, Ferrari, bunch of idiots.
That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.
That doesn't make sense.